I like how we vibing. 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 I like how we vibing.
This video is sponsored by our channel sponsor, which is 015. You can find them on 015.co.za for some premium web hosting from as little as 45 Rand 90 cents. I mean, 45.90. Think about it. That's not a lot. And you will get some premium domains. And I personally would advise you on getting maybe the Supreme or the Executive packs, because it comes with a lot of benefits and a lot more storage. And you can host multiple websites on one package, you know. And this is, since we are talking businesses and growing your businesses, you can actually get your business registered by them. And there's some benefits, you know. You can get a name reservation, company registration, a certificate, income tax number, and you can even get a free.co.za domain if you pick one of the higher packages, or you can get a free QuickBooks subscription for 3 months. For 3 months. Yo, that's nice. You know, that's really, really nice. And if you want a website, they can actually develop a website for you at a very affordable rate of starting from 2,100, excluding VAT, I think. But it's not a lot. Think about it. 2,100. You spend a lot more on other things. But yeah, and once again, executive plans and supreme plans, you literally get free domains. They, for the first year, they are literally out here trying to win you guys over. Anyway, let's continue with the video. You just logged into Sage, and this is what you see. So you go to customers, list of customers. That will be all your customers that we just created 2 customers. So yeah, so they will appear there. And then transactions, reports is where you get like your age analysis, customer codes, customer invoices, in terms of how many invoices you've done, how many codes have you done, how many invoices have been paid, or how many invoices have been paid, etc., etc. So I'm gonna go with transactions, because that's the most important one. Everybody has to invoice their customers or create codes for their customers so that you can make money, because we're all in the business of making money. So transactions, customer codes. I'm going to start with a quotation. So I'm going to add a code. It will obviously give you all of this if you're new to it. I'm just going to cancel it. And then customer, I'm going to go down and click on 15K Entertainment. This is the quotation number, customer reference. I'm not going to put in anything. And remember, when we set up the company, there was a layout. They asked us for layout. We can actually update the layout here. So I'm sticking with my plain. So that's that. So as you can see, our VAT is over there. The date, expiry date, which is today. It expires at the end of the month. Now we have to create items. You can't invoice somebody unless you create items. Obviously you could, but when I say you could, is if you go, instead of items, you say account, and then you pick other sales. You know, that's if it's not within your core business. Whatever invoice or quotation you're doing is not part of your core business, you know. So, but we are going to create an item so that I can also show you how this part of the system works. So instead of, I'm going to go back to, actually I can just delete that. I'm going to go to item, select item. I'm going to add a new item. Code, I'm just going to call it, let's say for the sake of this, it's production. It's, yeah, production. I'm going to call it production. And then I'm going to make it music production. Category. Once again, I'm going to add a new category called music. It's a service. Opening cost. Unit. There's no units. It's a service. Standard VAT amount. Exclusive of VAT. This is amount without VAT. So for the sake of this, let's say I am gonna sell them one beat for 750, because discounts and all that stuff. So it will calculate the VAT amount. So that's the VAT amount. You save it, and then now, so I'm gonna delete this just to show you what it would look like if I had already created the item. You would select there and you go production, and then you could press tab, or you can just click on description and it will pre-populate it. So description, let's say music production. I'm gonna name the name of the beat that I did for them, or that so it's music production because they're asking for a beat. So they haven't gone through and actually named the beat as of yet. So that's that. It's one beat. So let's say I'm changing it to, they say they want 3 beats. So I'm going to change it to 3. So then it will update it and give us a total. And then now I'm going to do another item. And then this time around, I'm going to say mixing and mastering. So I'm going to call it mixing. Because the reason why I'm calling it mixing is because I'm going to get more than one. So sometimes I could just offer mastering services, or I can just offer mixing services. So here I'm going to say mixing, and then I'm going to say mixing services. Then category, I'm going to say music, because it's part of that. And service, I'm going to say none. And then let's say I charge 150 per. Let's say, no, I'm mixing, so let's say I charge 1,500 rand for a song. So that's that, and then it will populate that. Now let's say because I'm gonna do that, and then they want 3 songs mixed once again, or let's say they want just 1 song mixed, so I'm gonna leave it at that. And then I'm going to add a third item this time around. It's going to be mastering. So I'm going to call it mastering. Services. Category is obviously music once again. Let me just say for mastering, I'm going to say 500 rand. And it's a service, not a physical, 500 rand, and save it. And that's that, because remember, we're doing a quotation. If it was an invoice, these would obviously have exact names. For example, music production, you would put in music production and the name of the beat. Mixing and mastering, you would put in the name of the song that you were mixing. Mastering, you would put in the name of the song you were mastering. And then I'm going to add a 4th one, which I'm going to call MM, which is mixing and mastering. Actually, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to say cancel. Let's say they've picked mixing, and let's say, for example, you want to offer a discount because they did something else. You can just simply go here. Let's say because they did mixing and mastering, let's say I'm going to offer 500 rand discount. So I'm going to do that, and it will calculate itself here, and it will show you. So let's save this. I'm going to save and add a third one. Now I'm going to add one. So this is the music one. So this is music. Now I'm going to add for tax purposes. So I'm going to save and add a new one. So then I'm going to say MPC online. I'm doing a code for that. So now I'm going to add a new item. This one is called, I'm going to call it tax services. I'm going to call it tax. I'm gonna add a new category for this specific item. I'm gonna call it tax and consulting. I know this wording is wrong, but it is what it is. That's that, and it's a service, and it's gonna be, let's say, starting point. Obviously you can change this. I'm gonna show you how you can change it later. Excuse my dog, it's doing the most. So yeah, I'm gonna say let's see, I'm just gonna give in a random, let's say 750 per hour, or let me just be generous and say 500 rand per hour. So that's that. This is an hourly rate, so you can do that. So it's 500 rand per hour. And yeah, so let's say I've sat down with you. I'm gonna say tax services for the 2020 financial year end. And then based on our initial interaction, I can update this to say, let's say this will take me about 7 hours to complete, or 7 hours to assist with the whole mess. Let's say you've got a really bad tax problem, so I'm gonna say 7 hours. So then it's that, and it will update it, and then I'm gonna add another item. Let's say after we spoke, I decided to, because you've got a bad tax situation, I decided I'm gonna lower it, and I'm gonna do it at 250 rand per hour. So I'm gonna say here, instead of having it at 500, I can change it to 250, and it will update. As you can see, it has updated. You just need to be aware that if you are going to charge more than once, you're going to charge this whole thing more than once. Then, for example, let's say I'm going to type in tax. It's going to bring up, oh, it doesn't, so never mind. So now let's add another item for services. So I'm going to say consulting. Description, consulting services. I don't know. And then consulting and tax, and it's a physical thing. And then let's say, once again, my hourly rate, except for this, I'm gonna say, yeah, my hourly rate would be 500 rand for the sake of this. So 500 rand, save. And yeah, so I'm going to consult in terms of how you can better structure your businesses, or how you can better be in a good financial position and have your tax in order. So let's say we're going to sit down for a good 2 hours, nothing major. So I'm going to do that. And because you've taken up the tax and the consulting, I can maybe offer you, I've already offered you a discount up here. But let's say I had just left it at 500 rand, and I decided to offer you a discount of 3,000 rand, or yeah, 3,000 rand. I'm gonna put it here, and it should update itself here. And yes, if you are gonna give somebody such a huge discount, they better be good to you. So yeah, I'm gonna save. So you've created a quotation, you've sent it out,